Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's Beer Reviews. Hope you're doing well. I've got a pale ale for you from Vocation. One of my favourite breweries. Don't get beers from Vocation that I don't like. And this is a can of their Bigger Boat Hazy Pale. Coming in at 4% ABV, so a very sessionable ABV on this one. Yeah, Bigger Boat. Love the artwork, obviously inspired by the movie Jaws. Yeah, nice big yellow can. So 4% Hazy Pale from Vocation. Received this one in my latest Beer 52 box. But you can also get it on the Vocation website, which is vocationbrewery.com. Nice and simple. It's got a bit of flavour text. It says it's a Trans-Pacific Pale, brewed with hops from New Zealand and the West Coast USA, with waves of hoppy aroma followed by a quenching bite of bitterness. This is a beer worth getting your jaws around. Right, it says it's got malted barley, wheat and oats in it, and it has Centennial BBC and Nelson Sauvin hops in it. Best before 19th of October of next year, so pretty fresh. Vocation, of course, Hebden Bridge up north. Let's see if this Hazy Pale's any good, shall we? I think it will be. It's got to be, right? Vocation. It's got to be. Certainly looking a Hazy Pale already. Yeah, so there is this Hazy Pale. Hazy Pale Ale, and it's certainly that hazy as you like. You see nothing through that. Really pale looking. Kind of has that very pale gold look to it. It's got a solid one finger, slightly creamy looking head, which is maintaining itself, which is always a good sign. Let's get me snout in and see what sort of aroma we're dealing with. It's a subtle aroma. Subtle grapefruit, subtle pineapple. Citrusy, a bit of an orange peel aroma coming out as well. But it's gentle. It's not jumping out at me. It's not exactly a double IPA. It's a gentle aroma. But it smells nice. It smells nice. I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers, guys. Crisp. Carbonated. Slightly tropical on the flavour. Bit of mango. Pineapple. Bit of grapefruit. And that grapefruit edge lingers. And lingers. And it has a very slightly bitter finish to it. It's all very upfront, the flavour to this beer I'm finding. As soon as you kind of take a sip, it's bosh, it's there. That mango, pineapple, that fresh fruit, fresh tropical fruit vibe you get is all really upfront. And then the grapefruit comes in with the carbonation rush, which is very early. And then it lingers. And you have this sort of, yeah, it's very much a citrusy bitterness that lingers to this beer. And it really does linger. Even now, there is a lingering bitterness to this beer. It's not a hot bomb. It's not a beast. It's not a bitter beast of a beer by any stretch. But the citrus bitterness on this beer is definitely the dominant characteristic to this beer. Definitely. Tropical carbonation rush initially. And then as that carbonation rush dies down, you're left with grapefruit bitterness in particular. And then it starts getting a bit more lemony, citrusy. And it lingers and lingers and lingers. So if you like your bitter beers, this is probably one for you. Not the best effort I've had from Vocation, but it's alright. Plenty of flavour in it for a Hazy Pale Ale at 4%. I think you could session the life out of this. There's just enough in there to make you want to go back for it. And that bitter finish to it is slightly drying as well. Slightly dry. It really makes you want to go back for that next mouthful. When you kind of... When I try and simplify this review, it's actually pretty good. But Vocation have done so much better. It's almost like you expect all that complexity and richness and, you know, brilliance of Vocation in every beer that they do. And when it doesn't come, you feel like you need to criticise it. I don't want to criticise this beer, so I'm trying to simplify the review. And to do that, I've really got to strip it down to the bare bones, which essentially this is just a very hoppy pale ale. Very hoppy, very sessionable pale ale. It's not bad at all, but there's so much better than Vocation. Yeah, I can almost feel like I am criticising it. 4% ABV, like I say, you could drink this all day, and it's enough flavour in it. It's actually nice. It's actually quite nice. It's a very sessionable pale ale. There's enough flavour in there for me to think, yeah, do you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad. I think I've just come to expect brilliance from Vocation. And when you don't quite get it, you're like, oh, you know, that's not very good. But it is good. It is a good beer. So I'm sort of holding back here. It is a very nice pale ale. But it's not Vocation's best beer. So we'll say that. I would definitely drink it again. I don't think I'd pay the money for it. I wouldn't go on Vocation's website and specifically buy this one again. Nah. But it's okay. I'd love to have this on draft sometime. If this was on if I ever get down to the Vocation brewery, or get up to the Vocation brewery, should I say. Excuse me, and I fancied a nice sessionable pale ale, I'd drink this one. Certainly. I imagine it'd be quite good on this hot summer's day, which it definitely is not now. Getting towards the end of November, and certainly weather is certainly taking a bit of a chill. Definitely a summer one, this one, but it's not bad at all. Yeah, Vocation, bigger boat, hazy pale ale, citrusy, subtle tropical fruit at the beginning, and a prolonged citrus bitterness on the end, on the finish, and it really does linger. But it's quite satisfying. I'm going to give that a 6.5 out of 10. I think it's in the middle. It's slightly better than average, but when you compare what else Vocation have brewed and released, it's nowhere near what their top game, you know. So yeah, bigger boat, hazy pale ale, Vocation 6.5 out of 10. If you're lucky enough to be a Beer 52 subscriber, you'll be getting that one in your latest box, or you may have already received it in your latest box. Let me know what you thought about it. Leave your comments below, and until my next one, guys, you take care.